Hi guys. I just remembered that I haven't given an update on my pacemaker surgery. So I just wanted to jump on here and kind of share what's been going on. So I went in and got a lead revision. Thank goodness it was only one lead. That was back at the end of August. I went back the end of September for a checkup. So this is the update. I went in, I started having that thumping again. The thumping I was having kind of moved because they moved the lead. So I was still feeling that lead thumping. It wasn't as bad as it was to begin with, but it was still there. Like I could feel it. So when I went back in, I was telling my doctor that I was feeling that thumping again. I told him I hadn't laid on my left side, which is almost immediately as soon as I laid on my left side, I would feel that. But since I got the revision, I hadn't done that yet. So he took me back into the room, laid on my left side, and of course it started immediately. Took me back in, did a bunch of different adjustments to my pacemaker. He had to override some things in the pacemaker itself, in the settings. He thought that it was catching, like it was like a safety feature that when it would skip a beat, that it would kind of like kick up the volts, and he thinks that's what I was feeling. Don't know 100% if that's true. Not true, but if that is all that it was. Okay. So he goes in, does all these adjustments, takes me back into the room, lays on my left side. I feel the thump twice and hadn't felt it after that. So he said, okay, so we go back into the original room and he explains, what he thought it was going on. Tells me again now that he has done every setting he can for this. If I feel that again, that to the point where I'm uncomfortable, they're going to have to go in again. He notified me that 30% of the population have a heart that's turned. Apparently, I'm one of those people. So when they go and do the x-ray and they're putting in the leads, they're not quite putting the lead in where they think they're putting it in. So that's probably why it was where it was at. So he said when he did the surgery, he had the lead in one place, and he's like, no, we're going to try another place. So they moved it over even further. So that's where I am right now. It's still very sore, just so you can kind of see it. That's my scar here. I had kind of a bubble on the end here. It's still a little there. I don't know if you can see that or not. There we go. So right here, he said this is where he ties the knot for the stitches. So he informed me that sometimes that stitch can come through the skin. I didn't know that. So he tells me this, and I'm sitting there going, oh, what? I was really freaking out. But he told me that sometimes in the healing process that stitch, if it doesn't dissolve or whatever, it can come through the skin. If it should do that, if it happens to anybody, I'm letting you know what the doctor told me. He said, 1, don't freak out. 2, put Neosporin on it, and you'll have to take tweezers and pull it out. I'm glad that didn't happen, because I don't think anybody in my house could handle that. And I don't want it to be trying to pull that out. So, anyway, I am feeling better. I'm still getting pains, and I think that's just from them having to cut into me so much within the last couple months that that I'm going to be feeling for a while. And he even told me, he goes, it's going to take probably a good 3 months at the very least for the healing to be complete. At the very least 3 months. Being that I have fibromyalgia, that this is kind of a trigger area, it might take me longer. I'll probably be sore there for a very long time, to be quite honest with you. But I have felt the thumping again, but it's not to the point where it's uncomfortable or it's something that I can't tolerate at this point. Because I don't want to have to go back in and have it done again. Plain and simple. I just don't. I prefer not to get the surgery if I can avoid it. So I'm just going to try to live with the thumping for now. But it's like I said, it's not as bad as it was before. Before you could literally see it thumping through my skin. And then the second time when I went in before he did all the adjustments, it was getting to that point again. So here I am, hoping that it doesn't get worse again, like the first time and second time. But I'm getting better day by day. I have experienced a lot more highs and lows with my heart rate since he did all the adjustments. I have, a Fitbit, so I can kind of monitor if I'm feeling kind of odd or whatever, if, what my heart rate is. My settings are 60 to 140, but since I've had the second lead put in, I've been seeing a lot of 58s and 59s, which is kind of weird. As far as the highs, I haven't really gotten up to 140. Maybe once or twice. It's about it. It takes me a lot to get up to that. So, but other than that, I am doing well. I have something on my bucket list to do, and that has to do also with my weight loss and everything. That I've always wanted to go horseback riding. I've never done that, and I'm going to be doing it for my anniversary. So I'm kind of excited about that. Kind of nervous as well. But it's not going to be like galloping or anything like that. We're just going to take a nice little slow horseback ride, and all I can say is I'm hoping that everything works out fine. I'm praying that it's all good and I don't have to go back in for another surgery until I have to get a pacemaker replaced. But I'm not gonna not live, because I'm scared of doing things. I talked to my cardiologist. He's like, no, go and do what you need to do. Go live your life. And it's the same thing that the girl from Abbott told me. She's like, this is, your next lease on life. Just go and live your best life. So that's what I'm going to tell everybody too. Go and live your best life. Whatever happens, happens. If you keep not doing things because of you're afraid to do them because you have a pacemaker, you're missing out. You're missing out on why you got that to begin with. You got it because you weren't able to do things before, because you were passing out or whatever. This is giving you a next lease on life. So it's giving me a new one, and I want to live it. Yes, I still have some issues. I do get random pains, and like I said, I'm guessing that is because of the muscles and everything healing from the surgeries. I am a very, very, very slow healer, so I'm guessing that's what it's from. He checked, there's no infection or anything like that. The scar looks pretty well. It's still kind of pink, but like I said, I know I'm a slow healer. I have hypothyroidism, so that does not help the healing process. So, but I am doing well. Thank you all for checking up on me and asking how I'm doing. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I will do my best to, let you know what happened with me or share my experience, and maybe it can help someone else. So, again, thanks for checking up on me. Prayers to all of you. Prayers for me that everything will work out and everything will be fine. I won't have to go for another surgery. Fingers crossed. So, thank you all. Love you. Bye.